Now, with less than 24 hours to go, how is the mood?
The mood here is one of subdued happiness. We've just had a wonderful meal cooked by Phil Sudell's wife, Jo Sudell, and in the company of Big Dick Mason and his pal Doug Aspinall. And we had a very, very convivial evening. Eating pasta, we had yoghurt for dessert and fruit, a nice cup of tea and some red wine, and we're quite relaxed and looking forward to tomorrow.
Now, we understand there is some problem about the timings and the changes of the time and the complications that gives in the planet, of the dynamics. It's a different ballgame.
This is true. This is true. In the past 2 editions of Paris Brest Paris,
I am an ancien after all.
we have set off at 10:30 at night, and we've had a set plan of riding 450 kilometres, 330.
And no more than 1,000 words? 300
kilometres and then a 140. But this time the dynamics of the ride have changed because of the new start times.
Okay, interesting.
So how have you resolved this problem?
We've resolved this problem by...
But we're coming to the... I've just been told we're coming to the end of our time, but how have you resolved it in 5 words?
We're going to ride further on the first night.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks. My pleasure.
Do a smile.
Now, with the clock ticking away, how's the mood in camp today?
The mood in camp is one of relaxed informality. We've had a wonderful breakfast, a nice strong cup of coffee, having laid off the caffeine for the last 2 or 3 days. And we're now looking around and inspecting the bikes and the fitness of some of the other riders. It's a very interesting, the Ukrainian team have adopted a very interesting kit. We're wearing Speedo swimming trunks and spray-on arm. If you have a look over to your left-hand side, you will see that one of the Ukrainian team is carrying an encyclopedia on his bike.
So he has something to do. You think?
In case he gets bored. Otherwise, it's a beautiful day here at Utopia Versailles. And that is my riding partner, Philip Sudell, and we are very much looking forward to setting off on our bikes on this odyssey.
Can you give us any updates on the physical condition, guts, nerves?
This morning I've had a rather satisfactory bowel movement, I report to say. The first of many, I anticipate. I can't speak for my friend here, Philip Sudell. But otherwise, no physical twinges of any sort. Maybe a little bit tired after only sleeping for 12 hours. And that's it really.
Shoulder?
The shoulder problem is still there, but I will bravely shake it off.
Okay. Any comments that you have in anticipation for the 6 o'clock start?
I'd like to wish all the riders going off at 6 o'clock, I'd like to wish them bon route and bon voyage. And
are you anticipating to be the last of the 500 at 9 o'clock?
Not anticipating to be the last. We anticipate setting off with the 9 o'clock in the group of 493 riders destined to go off at 9.
And you'd be 491 and 2 or
we
2
won't
and
be
3?
492nd and 93rd for very long. Such is the power, the wattage that we produce.
But that would be a real statement if you say, I was the very last person to leave PBP 2011.
Yes, and?
Except that there are a group going off at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, we do anticipate overtaking approximately 2,000 riders on the outward journey.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
That's very
Smile.
I paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my shells and kicked in my bed.
This is the special edition Rafa Brevet jersey.
Cool.
Awarded to people who qualify for the 1,200 kilometre Paris-Brest-Paris ride.
Oh, cool, Phil. Is that what you're going to do now?
We're going to do that in about 10 minutes. We're leaving for the start.
Oh, cool.
And how is the mood now? 10 minutes before departure.
The mood is one of relaxed calm,
As we contemplate the enormity of the task.
or even the enormousness.
Okay.
A moot point.
Okay.
So is some discussion to be held then over the many hours of cycling?
One of the joys of long-distance cycling is you have plenty of time to discuss the grammatical errors and foibles of your riding partners.
That sounds like fun. So what does it feel like to be a hero in your own right?
In your own lifetime as well.
I wasn't aware that I was a hero, but it obviously I feel good at the moment, so maybe that's how it feels.
Cool. So, Phil, any thoughts for the ride ahead, just to finish?
Well, we're looking to take a nice steady tempo, make a steady tempo over the first 140 kilometres.
Cool.
And my riding partner here, Mr. Philip Siddell, and his Royal Navy and
Pip
Royal
Suds.
Marines. He's going to set the tempo for me, and
Oh,
then
cool.
as we come into Mortain, there'll be a sprint.
Which you didn't tell him
he
about.
doesn't know about yet.
Can you see the road signs?
Cool. Anything else you want to say?
I'd just like to say I hope you have a wonderful time without us. You'll have no one to take the mickey out of.
We can still take,
Oh, yeah.
we can still make
My
fun of
phone,
you when you're
my
not
phone will
here.
be switched off.
Yeah, we find taking out the sand is quite productive.
Well, the hate.
All right, Phil.
It's more
Smile. Got a little footage of you there, Phil. Cycling around.
video diary, quickly.
What's the moving camp, Phil?
And we're going to go just control. Let's control first. 1,000 miles the first day, they had not much sleep. Then we rode 200 and something the next day, had more sleep, but very tired. I was in a right state last night in my eyes. And then we have the more we went on, the less distance we had, the more sleep we had. So, you know, we could go around. If somebody said you had to ride another couple hundred K, you could easily do it.
I was thinking about riding back to Versailles.
No problem.
Yeah, that's okay. That'll save us space in there.
Want to ride back to the boat? Sorry?
Oh my
We should try and do 50 hours.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. You alright?
Next time.
Yeah, go get some memorabilia.
Do you want to get a t-shirt?
Yeah, I'm going to get a t-shirt and I want to get...
Do you want to get your photo?
I want to have a beer.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to get a t-shirt as well.
You've got a t-shirt.
You should have one of these ones.
Yeah.
Well, I can't be bothered to queue up. Everyone's standing there. I've put my lieutenant on the case, Phil Sudell,
Is it buying one for you as well?
my domestique. I said to Phil, sit on the front, Phil, deliver me to that town there, and then I'm going to like that. Every time, he never failed me once.
It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mummy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a sad thing for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eye.